What up, YouTube? It's Misery Hates Company. In this video, we finally have an actual update on the English version of the Blizzard website about Diablo Immortal. There's so much rich information in this update. It does confirm several things that we talked about. I have not read it entirely. I literally just skimmed like a couple little scroll downs, got the notification on my phone as I was getting ready to get ready for work, and was like, hold on, wait a minute, something ain't right. We got to make a video. So without further ado, let's get straight to the video. Here it is, December 12th, 2 days, we get the brand new update for Diablo Immortal, and this is just incredibly exciting. This picture is beautiful too, can't wait to use that. It's probably gonna be the thumbnail. You probably saw it. But anyway, crash into hell's minions in Terror's Tide. Oh my goodness, here's a good start. Good tidings adventure. Anyway, so it's welcoming Terror's Tide. This is going to be a brand new zone, Void, Wound, Helliquary, and much more. Storm Point, which is assumably this area right here, this island, is going to be our first post-launch zone where players can sail to the salt-scrubbed prison island. So yes, this does basically confirm this is a prison island, Alcatraz-esque. I will say, this picture is beautiful. I mean, it is, yeah, anyway, could talk about that all day. Can't wait to see what it looks like in game, which is overtaking the island. To find out how you can embark on this quest line and watch our developers reveal more information about the details about the island's Grim Pass, see Storm Point section. We'll take a look at that, depending on how long this is. This is a very long post, so I do want to make sure we get through this. I feel like this is more like lore-based, so if you want to look at it, you can. We might not have time to cover it in this video. They thanked us for all this. This will... we will not be releasing any, basically they're not going to be releasing any more content in the rest of 2022. The next update will be coming in early 2023, which is totally fine. And also I'm sure you saw in the in-game, they're going to balance it out with daylight savings, which is just kind of quality of life. So that way the time in-game matches the time out of the game. As with previous content updates, there will be server maintenance starting on December 13th from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. PST for Oceania, China, East Asia, South Asia, European, and then on December 14th from 12 a.m. to 2 a.m. PST for servers in the Americas. After the maintenance has concluded, all items mentioned below will be live. Specific dates for any content going live afterwards are provided. So this is literally, it sounds like going to be a full framework breakdown of everything that we need to know. No more Google translating from the China server or China version. It would be nice if we got those updates at the same time they did, so we didn't have to do that, but you know, at least we got it. But here we are. Let's get straight to it. So there is a codex if you want to jump around. We're not going to spoil anything here. So introducing hell difficulties 6, 7, and 8. All right, so very nice. That's pretty straightforward. Nothing else to read there. We have received a great deal of feedback from players stating that they felt legendary and set items did not drop often enough. To address this, we are incorporating them seamlessly into daily activity so that players have more opportunities to receive these types of items. The following changes have been made. The bounty chest now has a higher chance of drop a legendary item, which is good. Yeah, I mean, I can't remember the last time I think, if ever, I got a legendary from that, so that's a good change. Completing a bestiary quest will now guarantee a legendary item upon the first turn in each day, which is what we covered in a previous video, which was also, I don't want to say leaked, but like confirmed on the Chinese version of the Diablo website for Blizzard. Completing 3 dungeons will now reward a guaranteed set item once per day. The set item will be rewarded via the codex. So this is chef's kiss. Beautiful. Thank God. Make set items more attainable. That is, I feel like for the majority of players, that is going to be the biggest increase in CP because of how hard it is to get the one that you specifically want, and it does go up with your hell difficulty, and now with higher hell difficulties, it's going to make it more obtainable quicker, so you don't have to like AFK farm or do anything, you know, crazy like that. You can get them way easier, which is just beautiful. Moving on. Below server Paragon system. Now, there was a lot of like speculation already on several different YouTubers. DM covered it, Veilshot covered it. A lot of people have talked about how it appears that it's not working as intended. So let's see what they talk about here. To help prepare all adventurers for the dangers awaiting them in the new Storm Point zone, we have made some adjustments to the experience of catching up in server Paragon levels. All server items will be set to server Paragon level 320. Okay, so they're basically bumping it up. No. All servers will be set to a Paragon level of 320. My server is currently much higher than 320, so that's interesting. So they're lowering it in that case? All servers will be set to a Paragon level of 320. The the maximum experience reward for being below server Paragon level has been increased from 400 to 800%. Hold on, while I'm kind of confused by that. So let me go ahead and pull up the game. Okay, so I have the game pulled up on my phone. Server Paragon for my server is 390. If they take it to, all servers will be set to a server Paragon of 320. That is going to be a direct nerf to everyone above it, right? Because there would then be in turn well above server Paragon, which would then mean that they're not going to be getting that much bonus experience. Am I misunderstanding this? Let me know in the comments below. I feel like this is going to be a big problem. All right, to help prepare all adventurers for the dangers awaiting them in the new Stormpoint zone, we have made some adjustments to the experience of catching up in server Paragon levels. All servers will be set to a server Paragon level of 320. The maximum experience rewards for being below server Paragon level has been increased from 400% to 800%. That's live now. I noticed that on my alt when I was working on that. I did make a video as to why you should have an alt if you are interested. That is up. The chance to receive legendary and set items as a drop has been increased by 250% for players far below the server Paragon level. As a player gets closer to server Paragon level, these increases drop rates will decrease. So I've deliberately not played my main for that reason, because that was again in the Chinese notes that we covered in a previous video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so you get this information ahead of time, because if you would have just gotten this now, you're 2 days away from this update, and you could have been trying to keep up with your Paragon level, whereas you maybe should have let it fall behind. Whereas you probably should have just let it fall behind. So go ahead and smash that subscribe button, smash the like button while you're down there, because it helps me out a great deal, costs you nothing, gets my video out in front of more people, so I can help people much like yourselves. Thank you in advance. So that's very interesting. I want to see how that plays out. Again, let me know in the comments below what you guys think. I'm really kind of concerned about this Paragon level to 320. I don't know how it's going to play out for people that are above that. Anyway, moving on for the time being. New Paragon trees. This is good. We need these. 3 new Paragon trees are also arriving: Massacre, Brawler, and Duelist. Ooh, we recognize that having new Paragon trees locked behind specific Paragon levels make them feel more time-gated and doesn't necessarily feel like you've earned them once they're unlocked. Okay. As part of this update, we are shifting Paragon trees to unlock at different Hell difficulties to help Hell difficulties feel more rewarding and allow players skill instead of grind time to provide early access to new Paragon trees. That makes sense. I like that change. Players that have already unlocked the existing Paragon trees will have those trees unlocked after the update, and in every case, players should be able to unlock new Paragon trees sooner than they could prior to the update. Okay. All right, so Massacre focuses on increasing your efficiency as you rack up kills and raise your streak counter. So this is fantastic for open world farming. That's what that definitely means. Brawler focuses on bolstering your defense against elite enemies, while in a party, this benefit will be shared with others. Okay, so a party-esque buffer. I like it. Duelist. Make sure you can see it. Duelist, focusing on utilizing skills to stack damage bonuses. You must avoid taking damage to maintain these benefits. In the event you do receive damage, all the power built up will erupt outward in a static discharge, damaging nearby enemies. Interesting. We've also adjusted the way Cheat Death works. Its cooldown has increased from 120 to 210 seconds. Okay. Cheat Death's effect is extremely potent in PvP. This is accurate. And we want deaths to have more meaning. How romantic. Our intention is that decreasing the cooldown will lead to fewer situations where multiple cheat death effects are all stacked together, provide long periods of immunity to dying. Yep. This should lead to more consistent skirmishes during a battleground where a player's death actually results in a death. Imagine. This change should not have any real impact on other game modes where engagements won't last long enough to see a second use. Okay, yeah. Monk skills. Uh-oh. Oh no, are they buffing and nerfing classes? I wasn't ready for that. We recognize the skill unlock order for the monk puts some situational skills such as Shield of Zen and Inner Sanctuary too early in the leveling experience, and players often do not find a use for these skills until late game. Okay, I've never played a monk, so I have no idea what this is about. To address this, we've adjusted the unlock levels for several skills. Okay. No, they still boot. Okay, anyway. With more offensive skills earlier in the leveling process. Oh, okay. So basically you get skills that buff you currently, and they're going to make it so you get more like damage type skills earlier on, so you can actually, level up faster. Makes sense. We hope this provides players with additional meaningful choices and allows them to experiment with their offensive skills to find a playstyle they enjoy. I get that. All right. So, oh wow, like a lot. Wave of Light now unlocks at level 20 instead of 41. Exploding Palm unlocked at 20 instead of 20. Okay. Flying Dragon now unlocks at 30 instead of 47. Shield of Zen, 41 instead of 28. Inner Sanctuary, 47 instead of 38. Additionally, we have tuned some underused monk skills to promote their usage in additional builds for this class. Flying Kick range was increased and the cooldown was reduced from 12 to 9 seconds. This cooldown reduction will also apply to all legendary affixes for Flying Kick. Okay. Charge time was reduced to half a second and the radius was increased. Okay. Cyclone Strike. Wave Strike charge time was reduced to half a second with the radius of its explosion was increased. Okay. That's Wave Strike. Wave of Light. Damage was increased. Straight buff. Exploding Palms debuff now also causes the enemy to bleed. The bleed effect will be applied to all legendary affixes for Exploding Palm. Wow. Okay. It's kind of a lot. Deadly Reach. Deadly Reaches. Attack area was increased and does full damage to your primary target and 30% of that damage to all other enemies. Okay, so it's more of an AoE. So direct buff to your monks. Now, I don't see a lot of them, so this feels like it probably isn't necessary. I also don't play that much PvP, so let me know in the comments below. Back when I did play PvP, it was definitely a viable class. It was very much a CC focused class. Now it feels like they can maybe actually have a presence from a damage output sense, so which is probably good. Maybe even OP. We'll see. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Like I said, I haven't played PvP in a minute, so I don't have an opinion on it. Set items. So after a review of our current set items, we determined that Vithu's Urge's 4-piece set bonus provided double the attack speed compared to what its in-game description stated. We have fixed this set, so it now provides the intended 30% attack speed. Since this particular set was overperforming by significant amounts, we want to create more parity between it and our other sets. In the same vein, we concluded a few other sets could benefit from tuning too. Okay, we have changed the following set bonuses too. Wind Loft Protection, 2-piece bonus, gain 1,000 wind in combat, increasing your movement speed by 50%. 1,000 winds decreases for 2 seconds if you take damage. Okay. Isatar, each time you defeat an enemy, gain 30% increased movement speed for 3 seconds. Okay. Feasting Baron's Pack, increases damage done from all sources by 20% to enemies suffering under your loss of control effects. Okay. Hero's Journey. So yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see how that plays out with the set bonuses, especially since we're going to be getting them more frequently, I guess is a good word for it, but I'm also very hesitant that people already farmed a lot of these set bonuses and now they're changing them. So I'm sure there's feelings to be had there. Let me know what you think about that, because I'm not at a point where I have a perfect 4-set or even 6-piece yet. I just kind of have whatever the best CP or best power is at the moment, because I knew that this update was coming, so I didn't want to go out of my way to farm, knowing that I'm basically going to get rid of all my set bonuses here in a second. Anyway, moving on. Hero's Journey. Following the maintenance windows for the major content update, all current progress for Hero's Journey chapters 1 through 6 will be paused, and a new Hero's Journey will begin. Only chapters 1 through 4 will be available for the new Hero's Journey, with chapters 5 and 6 coming later. Okay, that makes sense. To ease chapter completion, we have removed all zone event tasks from Hero's Journey. Thank God. While completing their chapters, adventurers will receive a bevy of rewards, and once chapter 4 is completed, they will receive the Boundary Walker portrait frame, a token of triumph. All right. This Hero's Journey is planned to be available for about 6 months, similar to the first iteration. We will update you once we have an exact end date confirmed. That makes sense. Okay, Shadow War. This is so long. All right. Players that become the immortal in Shadow War will now experience a new stamina mechanic. Whenever they move throughout the battlefield, the stamina bar will begin to drain. When the stamina bar is fully depleted, the immortal will incur a movement speed penalty. The stamina bar will begin to recharge only when the immortal stands completely still. Okay, so this hasn't changed. So Shadow War, I do remember this being an issue back when I first started playing the game and we were in Immortal. There was a massive, noticeable outplay mechanic if you just kept moving as the immortal when you're fighting all the shadows. So this just makes a lot of sense. You're basically nerfing it. That way you actually stand there and fight and don't just dodge around the whole time. I'm surprised it took this long, but wow. Okay. Oh wait, is that it? Oh no, not it. All right. Dungeons. There is now a blacksmith located at the end of all dungeons. Thank God. That's going to make farming so much better. Ancient elites can now randomly appear in dungeons. Ooh. Remember, your first ancient elite kill of the day guarantees a legendary item will drop. What? 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 Wait, did we miss that somewhere? So ancient elites can now randomly appear in dungeons. Remember, your first ancient elite kill of the day guarantees a legendary item will drop. Whoa. Okay, cool. Good to know. A waypoint has been added next to the Cavern of Echoes dungeon in the Frozen Tundra Zone. That's good. Increase the chance to roll a plus 10% modifier while imbuing charms. Love that. New zone and quest line Storm Point. Oh, that might be the new thumbnail. That looks sick. All right, once a player has reached Hell difficulty 3, has completed the Star Sign quest, and it is at least level 60, they may travel to Storm Point, Diablo Immortal's first post-launch zone, battered by rainfall and caked in mist. Okay, whatever. Let's. Wait, whoa. Hello? Do we want to watch this? Imagine? Let's do it. I don't know how loud it's gonna be. Loud enough.
Hey everyone, I'm Joe Grubb, lead game
Hi, Joe
designer
Grubb.
on Diablo Immortal. I'm pleased to invite you into this closer look at our next major update, Terror's Tide. This update includes new hidden layers, bounties, side quests, plus a completely new storyline, all set in our first post-launch zone, Storm Point. Storm Point is an island prison where Westmarch sends its most dangerous and politically sensitive prisoners. When the
What? Politically sensitive. There's a few jokes to be had there, but I'll pass.
World Stone shattered, one of its largest chunks arrived at Storm Point, and it's wreaking havoc on the whole island. And to give us a deep dive into what awaits our players, I'll pass it over to Ryan and Scott.
Hi, friends. I'm Ryan Quinn, senior narrative designer on Diablo Immortal.
And I'm Scott Burgess. I'm senior game designer.
Yeah, you
The
are.
World Stone Shard has fallen in the ocean near Storm Point Prison, and it's been swallowed by a sea monster. And this sea monster has taken refuge underneath the prison and is warping the prisoners within. And so the player is finding themselves in a situation when they arrive to Storm Point where they have to fight through these monsters within the prison and the Cult of Terror as they race against time to get the World Stone Shard first.
In that race with the Cult of Terror, it's going to carry you across the whole island. But first, you're going to start out on the Windswept Shoals. Windswept Shoals, just this wretched-looking, miserable beach full of shipwrecks.
Looks really cool.
And crawling crabs. Crabs everywhere. These things are the size of horses.
Crabs everywhere? New farming zone? Probably.
They'll surround you, flank you, and absolutely torment you with their ranged attacks.
And they taste terrible. They're horrible.
They taste terrible, but they'll feed a family of 4. Your fight up the Windswept Shoals is ultimately going to culminate with a fairly horrific sight. You'll see a ritual that precedes the summoning of one of Diablo's greatest, scariest, spookiest monsters.
The Howling Terror. This guy is basically a manticore demon with wings. It is
That's intense.
Huge flying demon that is just harassing the armies that are within Storm Point. It is barraging them with lightning blasts.
I love that guy, but I hate that guy. His attacks will fall most painfully on the outskirts of the fortress, where a bunch of innocent people are currently living.
So the shanties are a place that was once nice. It was
Shanties.
where the Storm Point guards lived with their families. But ultimately, with the chaos from the World Stone Shard, with the armies of Diablo arriving, it has been completely devastated by the Cult of Terror.
And the cult is combing the flooded shanties, looking for survivors, both to sacrifice them and also to get information. At the start of the zone, they don't know yet where the World Stone Shard is.
What's your favorite monster in this area?
It's got to be just the baseline Terror Zealot. The Zealots are very, very different from the Cult of Damnation, Skarn's cultists. And what they do is they kind of encircle you and they start slowly marching in until they've got you in a full press. You can really feel kind of the fear and the terror that they're trying to evoke.
And these cultists are gathering up civilians and they're sacrificing them on huge summoning piles to summon demons to assault Storm Point Keep.
Yeah, that's right. They're going to hit the battlements or go over the battlements in the case of the Howling Terror with a large siege force of demons. New demons we haven't seen before, all kind of the get of Diablo. We've got Harbingers, which are these big
They look familiar.
bat-winged demons that zone control you all over the place. They bat you around with wind, and then as they push you far away from them, they start shelling you with fireballs.
Well, that just seems
Fang
annoying.
Fodder, which kind of march toward you. They're like the infantry, the legionnaires.
Right.
And the whole battlement, it just feels like an inverse Bastion keep from D3. It's like you're showing up after the fight has already been part way lost, as opposed to defending the initial assault.
And they're just waiting for a hero.
Waiting for a player character. with
Waiting for a
lot of
player
legendary equipment to come and save them. The march down to the prison is going to take you into one of our most tragic and grotesque zones.
Yeah, the abandoned prison.
If you thought a traditional Gothic fantasy dark medieval prison was bad, you should see one that's been hit with waves of reality warping power. A lot of these monsters down in the deeps are former people, once people who have been transformed in, I think, very poetically awful ways. We've got like the Confined, for example, which
Oh, wow.
prisoners that were placed in gibbet cages. And when the World Stone hit, their bodies were fused to those cages. So they crawl around, they roll around, they fall from the ceiling, all in pursuit of the player. And it
Oh my
creates
God.
this very ghastly spectacle. They're a cool enemy to fight, but they're also kind of this powerful reminder of a thing about the World Stone, which is that anything it comes into contact with, it changes.
What about the warden?
Well, the warden's done perhaps the best thing of all, right? He's chosen to go down with the ship. He's decided to seal himself away with the remaining prisoners way back when Westmarch decided that it couldn't afford to keep Stormpoint Prison open any longer. And as a result, the effects of the World Stone have hit him particularly hard. I hope he's okay.
He, in many ways, was the closest
He's not
one
okay.
to the World Stone Shard, as players will find out. And he is basically continuing to morph and warp, even during the fight against him.
We've shown throughout the main campaign of Diablo Immortal a lot of instances of bad people getting their hands on the World Stone Shard. This is kind of our opportunity to show what happens when the World Stone Shard has its way with a place and a people. It's really at the heart of our story. When the thing that made your world gets destroyed, how do you pick up the pieces?
Can the player pick up the pieces?
That's a very good question.
We're really looking forward to players embarking on this new adventure, and we hope
I can tell you right now, it sounds like we're not getting the Death Knight. Just saying.
you all enjoy it. Throwing it back to Joe with a few more announcements.
Thanks, Scott and Ryan. With this major update, we're also expanding character progression with new hell difficulties, Paragon trees, and new Helliquary raids with all new, terrifying bosses. We're also updating the World Paragon catch-up system to help all players join the demon slaying. We can't wait for you to experience everything the Terror's Tide update has to offer. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you in Stormpoint.
Wow. That's really cool. That was a well-made video. Okay. Moving on. Brumaltine limited time holiday event. With the moon as their witness, the townsfolk of Westmarch shuddered their. Okay, we just need to know what it is. All right, December 14th, 3 a.m. to January 4th, 3 a.m. server time. You can now you can show your adoration. All right. For continued warmth and safety during the Brumaltine limited time holiday event, each day players can complete up to 3 daily tasks in exchange for snow dust rewards. How do you like my hair? Is it just majestic? Oh yeah, it is. Okay, yeah, you get some snow rewards and progress towards grander rewards. Is it though? I really hope it is, because some of our rewards are just kind of booty. Each weekend, players can log in to receive celebratory Brumaltine gifts. How do you say it? All right, you know what? Let's go on an adventure here. Yep. Do this. Yep. Now I want. Oh. It doesn't exist. Moving on. Okay. Players can also participate in the Brew Valentine tradition of trading greeting cards with friends. Oh, visit the Brew. We're just calling it Brew. All right, from now on it's Brew. Brew in-game menu for more details. New cosmetic set. Kraken skin. Oh my gosh, that's sick. So that is your Necro. This is your Barbarian. That looks like a mace of some kind. This is obviously your Demon Hunter. That must be the Monk. Who am I forgetting? That must be the Wizard. I don't know. Who am I forgetting? Oh, the Crusader. Yeah? Maybe this is Crusader. I don't know. Pretty cool. Very, very demonic. I don't know. This Demon Hunter one looks probably the sickest. And they all do. Except for the Wizard. Anyway, moving on. Stray too far into the night of Brew, and you will only survive the cold as a Garkin. Transform yourself into a winter-worn nightmare by purchasing the Garkin skin, standard cosmetic set from the in-game shop for your 1,000 eternal orbs. Okay, so it's just the new purchasable skin. That looks hella sick. The Void Wound Helliquary. What? Okay, we're not going to go through all this, but it's available at level 60. The expansion to the Helliquary brings with it some exciting changes. Helliquary raids will now be soloed across all difficulties. The difficulty of each Helliquary boss will significantly increase with each Hell difficulty. To triumph over evil, we recommend recruiting allies to your cause. That makes sense. To unlock new Hell difficulties in Diablo Immortal, you must defeat corresponding to unlock new Hell difficulties in Diablo Immortal, you must defeat corresponding Helliquary bosses. Interesting. So now it's not just a matter of hitting your CR, your CP, your combat points, as well as the Paragon level. You also then have to defeat a Helliquary boss, which I like to a certain degree, especially now that you don't have to have a full team. I hope at some point it talks about that you can, it'll have a lower health with less people. I feel like that would be a more balanced mechanic. Players may now party up across Hell difficulties 1 through, may now party up across Hell difficulties 1 through 4. Dungeon difficulty will scale to each player member's respective Hell difficulty, as will any experience gain and loot drops. That's cool. So anyone can party together between Hells 1 and 4. Love this. Demonic remains have also been reworked in the following ways. Demonic remains will now drop after each Helliquary boss is slain. What does this mean? You will only receive remains for your first 5 kills following each Helliquary reset on Monday and Thursday. The trophies tab of the Helliquary menu now contain various slots for you to assign demonic remains to. Okay, so this is more spots you can assign these things to. That makes sense. Provides various bonuses, so very similar to what we already have. To challenge rifts, when placed in a slot previously, you could only have 1 active demonic. Oh, okay, got it. Now you can have up to 5. Understood. So this little thing at the top, now that we've probably forgot about, now we can have more than 1. Cool. We have up to 5. The attributes provided by each demonic remain will scale to the Hell difficulty you have received it from. So we challenge you to climb to higher difficulties, Hell difficulties for the best reward. That makes sense. Here's how to unlock Hell difficulties 1 through 4. Felling, defeating, beating, killing, felling. Last level of the Hell difficulty 1, Hell difficulty. Okay, so 5. Interesting, got it. A hellish quintet of terror has run amok in Sanctuary. Meet your new lieutenants of hell. Okay. Ophanib, the skin veiled. Ophanib is alone among the void wounded demons in her fascination with humanity. She swears and sheds lives like clothing. Wears and sheds lives like clothing. But to what end? Upon her arrival in Sanctuary, she layered in a long-forgotten fortress over the years, accumulated decoration and opulence. Does she aspire to be something else, or is she merely a hunter hiding in human skin? What the hell is this? I guess these are the different bosses. All right, I'm not going to read all that. Felling, Paragon, Pangworth, that's the last one. Alone or with a party unlocks Hell difficulty 8. Got it. So this is okay. Yep. So these are time gated by the different house. Okay, makes sense. All right, new legendary gems. 5 of them. 5. Legendary gems are integral part of the character's build to equip. Okay, yeah, we know what they are. All right, so the below values of each gem reflect their rank 10 value. So this is what they are at max rank, not when you level them up. That makes total sense. I'm glad they called that out and bolded it so we don't get confused. Heart of Stone. Oh, I get it. 1-star gem. Damn it. The duration of your absorbed shields are increased by 36%, and they also reduce the duration of loss of control effects. I'm never going to use that. Cure Sling. Cursling. Got it. 2-star gem. Maybe? You have a 15% chance when attacked to release a burst of light that blinds all nearby enemies, reducing their vision and causing total loss of control for 4 seconds. Cannot occur more often than once every 20 seconds. You also deal 14% increased damage to blinded enemies. Okay, I'm not going to lie. Prior to the last part, I was like, meh, but that is a flat 14% increased damage. Sounds like all damage once every 20 seconds. So that could be okay. Definitely good in PvP is what I would say. You could totally utilize this for like the next big fight. Hopefully it's very obvious when this is available. But yeah, that one could work. Volatity Shard. 2-star gem. When you defeat an enemy, you trigger a Volatity explosion, dealing 90% base damage plus 365 to all nearby enemies while granting yourself 8% increased damage for 2 seconds. Cannot occur more often than 1 every 6 seconds. Okay. So use it, 4-second cooldown basically, because of the 6 seconds, 2 of which is going to be used of the increased damage. So that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Not great, but it's good. 2-star gem. Okay, 2-star gem. All right, so we have 2 5-stars coming, 2 2-stars, and 1 1-star. That is balanced. I like this because I'm gonna be honest. I feel like we could all agree that all of the 2-star gems are just kind of ass. Currently, there's only like 1 good one, and the rest are pretty terrible. So these are good changes. They both do damage or increase damage for a certain amount of time, and you know what? These are good. I like these. Now let's see what the most busted gems are going to be. Concentrated Will. Using a dash skill, calls a guardian angel. Dash skill. Okay, hold on. Dash skill. Wonder what they define a dash skill. So I mean, is this just not usable for wizards because they only have a teleport? Is that considered a dash? I don't know. All right, be curious. We'll have to test it out. Calls a guardian angel to your aid, unleashing a blast of holy light in your direction, dealing 135% base damage plus 547 to all enemies in its path. Okay, that's a lot of damage. When the guardian angel returns to the high heavens, it blesses you, increasing your damage and movement speed by 16% for 2 seconds. Cannot occur more often than once every 6 seconds. Again, very similar to the one above, but is obviously just better because it's a 5-star instead of a 2-star. Makes sense. Hellfire Fragment. 5-star gem. Using a skill, conjures 3 hellfire blazes around you to seek out enemies within 6 yards, exploding on them, dealing 108 base damage plus 510 to all nearby enemies. Okay. Enemies struck by multiple hellfire blazes take 50% additional damage. Oh, additional damage from subsequent hits. Cannot occur more often than once every 20 seconds. I actually do like this one a lot. Because this you could, again, for both PvE and PvP, this one is very, very nice. I'm surprised because the enemy struck by multiple hellfires, typically in games that I've played like this, if you get hit by multiple of the same thing, it decreases the amount of damage you take. And in fact, that's even like consistent across this game. But you actually take 50% additional damage from subsequent hits, which means it's even good for single targets. So this is good for in most cases. The 20-second cooldown is obviously the biggest hindrance there, but this feels really good. I like this one so far the best. I also like the 2 2-stars, probably the second one more so than the first, because it is when you defeat an enemy and it's once every 6 seconds, which, and the other one's 20 seconds. That's such a long cooldown. I do like that. But these are good additions. It gives us choices at the 2 stars. Also gives us more damage options at the 5 stars. So this is all positive to me. West March Barber. Okay. In need of a trim, please visit Yara the Barber, located in West March near wherever the smithy. At Yarshi's shop, he'll employ the finest cosmetology techniques. All right, this is basically where you can change what you look like. You can change it every 7 days. There are no options to pay to reduce this cooldown. Okay. Recruit a friend. Those rewards aren't what I thought they were going to be already. So here's a nice little screenshot if you want to see it. So it looks like level 10, they get this. These are the things that you earn. You start getting legendary crest when they get to level 30, and then 40, and then 50. Interesting. Okay. Hell's Servant's number mini. servants number many and will stop. Okay, good lord. From December 14th to January 11th. It's not permanent. I actually like recruiter friends that are like not time gated like this, and they're just everlasting. So this is interesting. Holy cow, this video is long. Reveal in the Brulmaltine Spirits with new friends. Okay, what are you getting? To recruit players, you must be at least level 20 for each player. A unique code that can be found on the recruiter friend event page. To be recruited by another player, you must be playing on a new character created on December 14th or after. Makes sense. Be under level 20 and have completed the introduction to Diablo Immortal. Okay, also makes sense. If you want to recruit a player who meets the requirements, share your code with them. Yeah. Share your code with code once, 2 enchanted dust, 30 scrap, 50k, 5k gold. One friend redeems your code, 6 rare crests and 6 normal gems. One friend reaches level 60. 1 legendary crest, 3 rare crests, and 6 normal gems. 2 friends reach level 60. Okay, this is actually not as good as I thought. Recruiters. For the rewards for new recruits, 10k gold. Oh, these are for the recruitee, the person that was recruited. Oh, okay. 1 legendary gem from my 1 random legendary item from your class. Oh, never mind. These are different. Complete another rift while in a party. 2 enchanted dust, 30 scrap, 5k gold. Complete a dungeon while in a party. 2. Okay, these are just things that help you catch up. Season 8 battle pass. That's the wizard. I like it. Moving on. All right, the Hidden Sun, a new battle pass. Has Eclipse and Diablo Immortal December 22nd at 3:08. So we got time. Season 8 battle pass only runs until January 19th. Oh wow, I feel like that's shorter. Yeah, less than a month. I feel like that's definitely shorter than what we're getting. Is this? Oh, okay. This is still the thing. Hungering Moon back for seconds. Feeling underfed. Whatever. December 29th through the January 2nd, server time. Through completing tasks, you'll gain astral power. The power can be used to draw Blessing of Magic or Blessing of Might. Each time you benefit. Okay, yeah. I actually did like this last time, so I'll be glad to have it again. Sacred Wilds Phantom Market. Oh, cool. Phantom Market, Diablo Immortal's vision of the lucky draw mechanic. Is an additional way for players to acquire new cosmetics, weapon cosmetics, emojis, and more. Using obols, a new currency exclusive to the Phantom Market. Players will purchase, that's why I made the face, the ability to draw 1 item at random. From the availability of the pool, there are 10 items total, and each can only be acquired once. Each time you draw an item, the cost will increase. Performing 10 draws guarantee that you will receive all items in the market, including the Sacred Winds cosmetics set, which looks dumb. This is our first cross-class Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. This is our first cross-class cosmetic set, which, once acquired, can be used for all Diablo Immortal's classes. This cosmetic will also boast a unique cosmetic emoji tailored visual effects, which you can rank up. Which affects when you rack up a kill streak against Hell's minions, and ethereal flourishes while moving and standing still. Oh, I said it was bad, but that's really cool. It's across all of them. So that's why. Okay, so there is your answers, ladies and gentlemen. Why they didn't make it cross utilization for all of your skins, because they knew they were going to come out with a paid option for way more than just the $15 it is. Oh my Lantis. Lay sigh. All right. Obols can be purchased with eternal orbs. Of course they can. And any unspent orbals can be converted into platinum once the Phantom Market ends on January 11th. All right. All players will receive enough obols for a first free draw. These are automatically added to your account because items from the Phantom Markets can be acquired randomly. Okay. So yeah, they are percent chances of getting them. So you will have a less than 1% of getting it, which means you will likely have to spend all 10 in order to get. Oh, wait. What was the last part? Provide players with an internal drop rates, which is good. It's also you legally have to. No. It's not that you want to. All right, hold on now. We want to provide players with the initial draw rates for each item to aid in deciding whether they would like to engage in the event past their first free draw. You legally have to. Like that you have to do that. So it's not that you want to, you legally have to do that. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Do note the drop rates provided below are for the first draw only and will adjust to reflect the relative. Okay, yeah. So basically, it's saying you're gonna get either the emojis because there's a 30% chance for that, and then obviously in turn because that item is now gone, the rest of them will go up. But obviously that just means that if you get the despair emoji the first time, you're definitely gonna get the contempt emoji the next time, and obviously you're going to do all of them. Bug fixes. All right, almost done. Looking okay. Boom. There's all the bug fixes. Happy holidays. This is a massive update. This was a massively long video. I can't believe this already came out. There's a lot of fun and interesting things. However, at the end of the day, we are not getting a brand new hero or a new class, which is a little disappointing, but they do have a lot of fun stuff in here. So I am still incredibly excited. Buff to the Monk is awesome. And yeah, overall, I'm very excited about this. This is going to be a massive update. This is a pretty big W to me. There are some pay to win things in here, which again is a choice. You don't have, it doesn't benefit you in terms of your gameplay, so I get it. But at the same time, it's there. I know how we all feel about that. But again, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'm super hyped for this update. 2 days away. Let me know what you think. And again, smash that like and subscribe button. It helps me out tremendously. Again, my ultimate goal here is to play with as many of you as I can, help as many of you as I can, and have some fun in the process. So smash that like button. Until next time, guys, lock it in.